Ed Holmes here for Red Tractor Nation. I'm here with Darrell Foster, and he's from down here in Illinois, about 30 miles east of Penfield, and he has an extensive collection of International Harvester Cubs, Cub paraphernalia, all kinds of banners and marketing tools and implements, and he's going to tell us about all of them. Take it away, Darrell.
Okay, well, I grew up on a farm. I still farm, have a little bit of livestock. We've got 7 kids. They're all interested in tractors. Our kids were all in 4-H, and 7 years ago, one of my daughters had the champion poultry meat bin at the Illinois State Fair.
Yeah, congratulations.
She got to sell her chickens in the Governor's Sale of Champions. Well, it just so happened that day, our former governor was sent to prison. So our new governor wasn't there, obviously, so Orion Samuelson, ag broadcaster, emceed the sale. They asked all the kids, what do you want to do with the money? And don't say college. So my daughter Hannah said, I want to buy an old Farmall tractor.
There you go.
Well, Orion Samuelson liked that. Her chickens brought $3,000 at the sale, and she bought herself a restored 55 Cub with a fast hitch.
Very nice.
And this all started from there. We
so it's all Hannah's fault.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or should we say it's all a chicken's fault?
We were buying and selling old tractors, getting them running and this and that for years, but we kind of got the fever for the tractor show deal. So her Cub has a fast hitch, so we decided we'd see how many fast hitch implements we could find. But initially we started out, well, let's do a demonstration. You go to tractor shows and you see all this stuff and you don't see anything working, or very few implements.
Yep.
So we started out, we took a little road trip out to Virginia, and a guy had this hammer mill for sale in West Virginia, up in the hills in a building, and just like this.
It's just sitting there like
yeah,
that.
just like this. It hasn't been repainted because it's only original once. So we opened the door, took a deep breath, and like, wow. Well, we bought the hammer mill. This next machine here is a burr mill, and we picked that up at actually this tractor show 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
And that has a cob crusher in it, so you can actually grind ear corn with it, and we demonstrate that. The next piece is a number 30 McCormick cylinder corn sheller.
Okay.
International, the best of my knowledge, International didn't make any corn shellers of any consequence in the 40s and 50s, other than that and a hand crankling, and that's it. But we were fortunate enough, another one we found just like it is. We washed it off, we clear coated it.
And that's how
that's how it is. It's got the cob carrier, it's got the elevator with a double bagger. Works neat.
Works fine.
The first tractor here is
so you're running the hammer mill with a
1947 Cub with a Wagner loader.
Okay.
My son restored that one. That's his Cub. It's an early, it's a middle 47. It's a low serial number. We get every implement we bring here, we load and unload with that loader. It'll lift about 500 pounds.
Wow.
So people are fascinated by that. It looks neat. The next Cub is my son's. We stumbled across that off Craigslist up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's number 35.
Really?
It's the 35th Cub off the line.
Wow.
So that was probably made the 2nd or 3rd day when they started producing the Cubs.
If you look at the tag, it's going to say 535. 535, because International always starts with 500 on it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I always try to toss it up a little bit, and I bring this and have people guess what it is. And surprisingly, 95% of people don't have a clue.
Really?
It's a seed corn grater.
So
for sizing your small flats, large flats, and rounds.
Okay.
And so we let kids turn the crank and see the difference is what's being sorted out.
Fantastic.
Okay. We're always looking for stuff. We're always looking to upgrade. If we've got a nice piece and we find a nicer one, well, we'll buy the nicer one and sell the other one.
I think I've heard that story before.
Yes, that's pretty much the object. My son picked this up at this show. That's a CUB U1 power unit. They're pretty darn scarce. Got it over here yesterday afternoon and got it running. And our plan is to take it to a show and run one of these machines off of that.
That power plant with no tractor part.
And that one, when we were trying to get it running, he happened to look at the tag and it's 522.
Oh man!
So it's,
what year is this?
A 40. That's actually 48.
48. Okay,
when they must have started making power units because all the casting codes are 48. So,
wow.
That was a neat find.
So you got a couple of really early CUB products there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now we go on down here, and this is Hannah's 55 Cub.
This is Hannah's 1955. This is the one she bought with her chicken money.
It's got the 1-point fast hitch on the back.
There you go.
And my son picked up an original CUB trailer. And made seats, so it's a CUB trailer people hauler.
There you go.
And we attract a lot of attention.
That's very nice.
And we have multiple people always trying to buy it. And it's,
no, you got to have something to haul all the kids, right?
Yeah, all of our foster kids. With the last name Foster.
All the foster kids.
There you go. This is a copy of an original CUB sign that would have been in the showroom of the dealer in a 4748.
And then they've got the price over here, but it's not printed, so they can wipe it off and redo it?
Yeah, they could wipe it off if they had a price increase.
If they had a price increase, they'd just wipe it off and change the price on you.
But we like people to see when they come into the showroom of the dealer, here was one of their selling points.
Okay, here's what it's going to cost.
We had it printed on vinyl so we can have it out in the weather. Just like the pennants up here we had reproduced on vinyl, so people get an idea of how dealers push their product.
So what you've actually got here, Darrell, is you've got it set up like if you were going to go to a county fair or something, and you had a Farmall CUB dealer, they would bring their products here.
Right.
Tractors, implements, pricing, literature, and they try to sell you on getting yourself a Farmall CUB.
Right.
Well, you've done a good job at it. What else you got to
Well, let's
look
move
at?
on down to these posters. These are some original posters that we picked up, and we had them printed on vinyl. This just shows the CUB and some of the attachments. These happen to be all attachments that were aftermarket attachments that were approved by International, but International didn't make these. They sold them, and you could put them on a CUB. When the CUB came out, this was a cardboard sign that sat up on the hood in the dealer's showroom. So you could come in and it's like, wow, you know, I can plow 3.5 acres a day. Yeah, maybe a stretch, but with this tractor. And it told any information you wanted, the price. These really draw a lot of attention. We've got another one over here from 47, and it shows the kind of what you can do, the attachments that came with the CUB when it came out in 47, and just an educational display, and that's what we try to do. These are some of our more rare pieces of fast hitch equipment. International, according to our parts books and stuff, themselves made 10 1-point implements for a CUB.
Okay, 10
We've got 5 of them here. That's an aftermarket.
Yeah, this is a real motor.
But these are the more rare ones. This is a middle buster with a cedar attachment.
Right behind.
We've talked to lots of people all around the country. Oh yeah, I've seen middle busters, but that cedar attachment don't go with it. And we're like, yes, it does. It's in the part book.
Yeah.
But we found this at an auction, and honestly, I don't think it's ever actually been used. I think it just sat in a shed all its life, because you take the box off, and there's the paint's all there.
There's yeah.
And then this is a one-row planter, 1-point fast hitch planter. The daughter's got a picture on YouTube running this. Got about 140,000 hits. Planting sweet corn.
You actually did a YouTube video of them using it to actually plant.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
This is a 1-point toolbar. They're pretty scarce.
Wow.
All original. That's the one that was for a Cub. If it was for like a 130 or 140, it was a little bit longer.
Okay.
Then we have a two-way plow, and that one is for a Cub.
Really? A Cub could actually pull that?
Yeah. It's a load.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's a load. But the little bit bigger one for the 140 net had a little bit bigger bottoms.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good size plow for. What's a Cub horsepower when they first came out?
Oh, nine and a half, I think. Yeah.
I think we have a 64 that's rated at 11.
Yeah.
But I don't trust it.
Yeah. This is a rotary hoe. We stumbled across this totally by accident on the Chicago Craigslist. It's all correct for a Cub. A little bit bigger tractor would have a couple more, another wheel on each end.
Okay. So is this platform?
You could put rocks on it. You could put weight on it if it wasn't in the ground good enough.
If you had some really tough ground or something?
I've only ever seen one other one, and the guy told me he quit bidding at $900 at the sale.
Really?
I've known of two other ones, but they're extremely scarce. People make them up, but this is an original factory fast hitch rotary hoe. We've got a spring tooth harrow at home, and we've got a disc and a two-gang disc and a plow and the other attachments. These are the more rare ones.
So what do we know? What is this bar here for?
That lifts the.
Okay.
It lifts it up evenly.
Okay, lifts it evenly.
And we also.
And is that what this helps do? This bar in the back?
Yeah.
So when you pick it up with the tractor.
When you pick it up with the point, it lifts everything evenly. This point stays straight.
That would distribute the weight. That would throw the weight backwards a little bit. Otherwise, you'd be trying to pick everything up right on the point there.
This clevis is for loading. We put a strap in it and load it.
Got to get it up there somehow, and you use the loader over there.
Yes, sir.
You told me you use that later loader.
This is a piece that I was always fascinated with. It's a 1-point sunflower reel mower, and I've seen pictures of them. It's the only one I've ever seen, and I went to the sale, and I was determined to buy it. And didn't have to pay quite as much as I thought I would, so I was happy.
That's the bonus, right?
Right.
When you get something for a lot less than you
right. So we've got a few other. We got a 1-point buzz saw and some other attachments at home, but.
What about this post hole drill on the back of this?
Well, we'll go by this real quick.
Okay.
This is my son's Cub Blowboy.
Okay.
It's number 514.
Oh my gosh.
So it was a 14th Cub Blowboy off the line. This one has a Howard speed reducer on it.
So the Fosters are a low number family,
yeah,
huh?
we like the as early as we can get it.
Wow.
But he put a Howard speed reducer on here. You could get a Howard rotavator, they call it. It was like a tiller. Well, the transmission's a little too high geared.
Yeah.
So you put the Howard speed reducer in, and it slows it down quite a bit. And so people are fascinated with that.
But because you couldn't actually use a tiller very well, because what's the RPM on the PTO on this?
The RPM it's direct off the engine.
Direct off the engine, so you can't reduce it. So putting this in here helps you.
Slows your speed down, so you can keep your engine throttled up and keep the thing turning.
And keep the tiller turning without overdosing it.
Right.
Very good.
This is mine. I'm a 58.
Are you sure that's the only one you have?
Well, I own a few of the implements. I'm a 58. This is a 58.
Okay.
We were at a sale in Iowa in a snowstorm, and this was on the sale, and I didn't think I'd be able to touch it. and we came home with it.
Wow.
It's got a Pruitt post hole digger.
Mounted directly to the...
Mounted directly. I know where there's two 1-point fast hitch ones, but they're not in loose hands, so
Okay.
I haven't got them yet. But this was mounted on here when I bought it.
You ain't got them yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But this was, it fascinated us, and it's like, yeah, we got to have one of them. So we actually yesterday, out where they're doing demonstrations out there, we didn't want to.
It got dirt on it.
Yeah, we didn't want to hit any field tile, so we knew it was safe over in that area. So we were digging holes about 3 to 4 feet deep.
Wow.
People were just in awe watching us.
That is amazing.
2 years ago, we dug a hole out here, and we thought we weren't going to get the auger out of the ground. It was kind of wet.
Around in some field
The
tile?
wheels were mashing, and the front end was coming off the ground. The ground was wet, and we finally got it out. We didn't do that again because that hole was 4 foot deep. But
Wow,
it's a fascinating piece. We love demonstrating it, and
well, what I like most about it is the fact that you're using implements
right
with a tractor, and
Right.
everything's doing what it's supposed to do.
what it's supposed to do.
That's what it was sold to do for They sold it for $535 in order for it to do this.
Right.
And you know what? If people don't see you out here using these implements, or
They're not going to have a clue.
They're not going to have a clue what it's for.
No.
Please don't tell me this is your truck.
This is my son's truck.
Don't tell me this is your son's
We
truck.
made a deal on this.
Oh my! What year is that?
It's a 1956.
Oh! Oh!
We made a deal on it here at Penfield on the phone like 3 years ago, I think it was. It was in Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts, out by Martha's Vineyard.
Do you know, this is the second vehicle I ever owned in my life. It was a 1956 International Harvester pickup truck. Big old 6-cylinder in it, oil bath.
Yep.
You can take the hood off from either side.
The kids drive them to church, they drive them to the drive-in movie theater we have 10 miles away. They're just
Oh my
fascinating. Now, Hannah has a 56 identical to this, but it's a pickup.
Okay.
It's
Is it the one with the Christmas tree?
Yeah, that's.
I said.
You go check it out.
I went over
That's
that.
Hannah's.
I walked past it and I go, that's a 56 International pickup.
Her and
truck.
Russell will go shopping at Christmas time to Champaign and come out of the stores, and there's people taking pictures by their truck. You know, they get lots of looks.
Fantastic. Let's go over here and look at it. So this is the one that's a 1-ton rated.
This is a 1-ton.
This is a 1-ton rated.
You could work on these pretty easily because the hood
It pops up on one
pops
side.
up on one side, or you can let it down, it'll pop up on the other side, and you just set it on the ground.
Yeah, you can take it completely off.
But
I used to, when I was a kid, I'd sit up on the fender
right,
and work on it.
yeah, but it runs nice.
Did you convert it to 12? Or
It
just-
was that way when we
It was
got it, so
converted
we
to
didn't
12?
convert it back to 6.
Yeah. But this is what I'm talking about an oil bath. We don't have paper air filters in them. You just
Right.
fill it up to this level with oil, and then as the air comes in, the oil is supposed to collect the dirt before it hits the carburetor.
Right.
And
right.
that's always fun to clean out.
But no, it's a neat.
And
It's a neat
can
truck.
you show us the air conditioning on this truck?
Yeah. Here's.
I'll show you how the air conditioning works on this truck.
And it works great.
It is.
It really
It's
does.
fantastic.
It really does. This is the air conditioning.
What? It's on the See? That's the air conditioning
air
unit.
conditioning's on. You can drive down the road with the windows down as long as that's open. You can talk to each other. It's not loud.
It doesn't do that wonk 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 thing in your head.
Right.
That thing's got it over these new cars any day.
Fascinating.
Yep, I love that. I love that
Fascinating.
feature on these old trucks. The windshield wipers, are they vacuum still? Are they electric?
This one's electric.
This one's
one
electric.
had the electric op. Or no, this one's vacuum. The
It's
other one's
vacuum
electric.
operated.
The other one's
So
electric.
the engine has to create vacuum in order for the windshield wipers to turn. You got the build sheet inside the glove box?
Not in here. No.
Oh man, you ain't got it inside the glove box?
This is a box of hankies that International sold. You could put in your truck.
And a
we
road
have an
atlas.
International road atlas.
I bet it doesn't include Canada. I mean, doesn't include Alaska or Hawaii, does it?
No, I don't think so. The last piece here is one of my other daughters that won the poultry meat pen at the state fair in 2012.
Is this chicken money too?
This her chickens brought $5,200 that
Okay,
year.
so this is chicken
This is chicken money too. So she bought herself a 1968 International pickup with 26,000 original miles.
Wow.
The guy in Indiana that bought it new, passed away a few months after he bought it. It sat in his garage for 25 or 30 years, and his wife finally decided to sell
parted
it.
with it.
It's not perfect, but it's not bad. It's got all original paint. My son made her the little steak rack for it.
It's very nice.
She drives it around. She's took a little while. It's a 3-speed on the column. So
yeah.
But she's got onto it now. So
she figured out how to do it. Yeah. Well, she's a mile ahead of most millennials, right?
Right.
That's we call that an anti-theft device.
There you
nowadays.
go. There you go.
Because does not know how to run it.
There you go.
Darrell, thank you very much for showing us all this equipment.
No problem.
And you know what we like best about this? You got your whole family involved.
That's
How many girls you got?
We got 6 girls and a son, and 5 of the girls are into the tractors.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, that's near and dear to my heart because I got 6 daughters and 2 sons, and I'm trying to make them all red tractor girls.
Yeah.
This has been Ed Holmes for Red Tractor Nation. If you've enjoyed the story that Mr. Foster's told us about all these implements and all these Cub tractors, and we thank him and his daughters for taking care of them all, then be sure and hit like and subscribe so we can keep bringing great stories from Red Tractor Nation.